Now you know what it feels like to be me. Oop. Watch your balls on the corner of the table.
I got our promotion. You got to push the button.
Oh, you look good. We look good. It's nice. We're good. Sound looks good. Okay.
Open us up, dear.
Well, it's been a while. We've had, oh, fuck. Come on now. It's right in my eye. It's been a while because we had some crazy shit go on in our house for a while.
If you weren't aware, COVID apparently is still around.
Yeah,
I was unaware.
It was.
Dean got it. You probably got it. You got it.
Well, no, you know what it is? I thought that I was just sleeping wrong. I did. Because my neck hurt so much. And I was like, I'm in so much pain back here. And then I thought it was allergies. And I'm like, I must just be sleeping wrong because my body was sore. So I went to the chiropractor because I had nothing else was wrong with me.
3 times or twice. How many times did you go to the chiropractor
I went to the chiropractor
store?
I went to the chiropractor. Sorry, I know it's going to be annoying that I'm fixing my hair. But I went to the chiropractor on a Friday and then on a Monday.
Sunday.
Twice.
Yeah, whatever.
I went twice. And it actually, honestly, because I guess I didn't have any congestion, but she did like this clicker on my sinuses here, right? And then she did my neck, like, you know what they usually do with the neck, the sideways thing. And then she pulled it up and I literally felt, which I honestly thought was bullshit. When people are like, oh, I felt it drain. I literally felt this like liquid just go down the back of my nose to my throat, and I could not fucking believe that there was so much like congestion here, and it relieved it, and I felt great.
Which is crazy because you weren't really congested at all.
No, but I had so much.
It was built up. It was like way up.
Yeah, I just had so much pressure on my neck, and I'm like, something's not right. It's got to be my sinuses because nothing else bothered me. And then I lived on Dayquil for a while, and then my mom called me and she's like, Danielle, I'm really sick, and I'm like, oh my god. And my sister's like, it's COVID. I'm like, Maria, not everything is fucking COVID. Like, we don't know what it is. And my mom won't go get a test. She would rather just suffer through it. Well, I thought it was the flu. She thought it was the flu. And then Dean got sick, and I thought it was the flu because they had it. Whatever. Long story short, Dean ended up getting tested, and it was COVID, and we were like, holy shit. Because the last time I had
tested him for strep, they tested him for the flu.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was COVID, but we were all shocked.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it because the only time I got COVID was October 2020.
Yep. And I'm still going strong.
Yeah, he's like immune.
Immunity game is strong over here.
It's crazy because, yeah, and then me and Dean were the only two that got sick, thank God. Because I get so anxious when they get sick.
Mm-hmm. This time you handled it well, though. Like, Dean was pretty good.
That you think.
The first night, or was it the first night he threw up?
The first night. That's why I thought it was the flu.
Yeah. And that was rough.
And the poor baby.
The next morning was kind of rough. Him and Leo didn't go to school that week. Mm-mm. And, like, the second day was manageable. And then the third day was back to normal.
Yeah, he was fine. Because what I was doing, I was trying to get him on Tamiflu, which I don't know how anybody feels about all this. Like, I know there's very homeopathic ways of handling these things, but I've had experience with Tamiflu with my kids where, like, when they have the flu, if you catch it quickly and you get them on that, honestly, it relieves their symptoms within, like, 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours. I was blown away. So I was like, we're going to get him, before I knew it was COVID, like, we're going to get him in. And then they tested him for a bunch of shit. But I guess strep is going around COVID. But, like, COVID's weird. It's like, it's GI stuff. It's like stomach, achy, pink eye is associated with COVID right now.
What?
Yeah. Because people who are having COVID, that's what the doctor said. She's like, it's achy body, it's pink eye. I was like, really? She goes, yeah, because every strain is different every year. But it was crazy.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, it was
2023. Come on, get this shit out of here.
I know. Well, we're not getting rid of the flu anytime soon either. So
yeah, that's true.
But that was a tough week. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I don't know if we've ever talked about Linda, our neighbor. She lives next door. I mean, we're totally being depressing right now.
I should not be laughing right now for no reason. But I'm laughing because you've said this statement. I don't know if we've ever talked about ... so many times. And every time you say those words, we've talked about it so many times.
Well, buddy, I'm sorry that I'm not a hypothetical, no, that doesn't make sense.
Figurative.
Figurative elephant, like you, no.
What's a figurative elephant?
A metaphoric elephant where I remember everything like you do.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I did better, metaphoric. Okay. I don't remember anything. We know this, so it's fuck okay. You. Because I'm trying.
Yes, you are.
Okay?
We know you're trying.
Buddy, come on.
First of all, I feel...
Buddy, I'm trying so many things.
You're trying all
I'm trying to discipline our children.
You're trying too many things. Just chill.
I'm trying to discipline our kids.
I know.
This light is...
What light?
Scoot back.
The light shining
No,
through me?
this right there. It's like in my eye. Every time I look at you, I'm like, listen. No,
good?
You're fine. I just want your sleeve to mask it. There you go. Just stay just like this.
Cool. I'll just talk like this the whole time. Like that's good?
Yeah, now I'm comfortable. No, it's fine. It's good. Just keep your arm
We're
there.
having a good time.
But
back to Linda.
No, not Linda. The things I've been trying. Mm-hmm. I've been trying to follow through as a parent. I've been trying to say no. I've been trying not to yell. And today that didn't go so well.
No, you're 1 for 3.
You don't agree. I'm not going to get angry, and this is not going to turn into a fight.
Can we please not do this all over again?
You don't want to?
No.
You don't want to talk about how you didn't agree with me?
No.
As a parent today?
No, I don't. We just did this 35 minutes ago.
But I feel like a lot of parents. I feel like a lot of. I feel like a lot of couples struggle with that.
Sure, yeah, I'm sure they do.
I don't agree with the things you do to discipline the kids, and you sometimes don't agree with the things. Well, not always, and you don't agree with the things that I do.
Yes. Okay, so short summary of what we're talking about.
Careful of your words here.
We've had 2 instances today where I've disagreed with something in the way that she's handled something. The first time, I did not handle it correctly. I was not privy to all the context. I sort of went against what you were saying, not loudly, and I didn't side with them, but I was like talking to you about it in front of them.
Which I was
wrong. I owned it. Whatever.
That doesn't bother me.
One thing out of the way. Second thing, I did not agree with another way you handled something. I kept my mouth shut. I was conscious of don't put you down in front of her, don't go against you in front of the kids. And while I completely disagreed and I thought we could have had other negative repercussions coming from your choice, mm-hmm. I still chose to side with you and just keep it to myself. Mm-hmm. Then after you make your decision, you go, well, what do you think? I go, well, kids are gone, and I go, well, I disagree. I understand you're trying to follow through with what you said you were going to do, but I disagree with the choice of discipline.
Yeah, and of course that was very. So I don't know if other people can relate to this or not, though, but when your spouse is doing something, when it comes to disciplining your kids and you don't agree with it, what I've been told the right thing to do is to.
Who told you? People.
I think it was just like a common knowledge.
No,
I think someone actually told me. Yeah. You don't correct your spouse in front of the kids.
Yeah.
But then how is he going to know he's wrong?
You see what I'm dealing with.
No. Like sometimes there are situations where, in our circumstance, where Mackins reacting to something he didn't know the whole story about. So instead of like putting him down, I politely, most of the time.
Is there anything that you do politely to me? To me?
I could name a couple things.
Oh. Okay.
Politely?
Yeah, politely.
Buddy, I told you a few weeks ago when you were misunderstood a situation with Dominic that like, hey, I don't know if you realize this, but this is what happened at home and this is what you saw and it's not okay.
You're right.
So I try to.
The times you do that, I'm the one who's flying off the handle, and you have to be like really bringing me down. You're like, I don't know if you know this, but
yeah, and I always make sure I'm like, Daddy is upset and I'm not going against Daddy, but.
Yes.
Because it's hard because sometimes we're very reactive. Like I was, like today, I'm
because
done.
Because we have 4 kids and we're reacting to a lot of fucking shit all the time.
I know.
And we don't always have the time to get on the same page before we decide to make a choice on how we're going to go to the store or pick a red over a blue or a disciplinary action.
Disciplinary action.
Yeah, I sound like a dean.
You used that many times tonight, and that was kind of annoying.
You're going to get RPC'd later.
But I think that's something that's really hard. And someone once told me, you need to sit down with your spouse. It was actually one of the pediatricians, and you need to come up with, if this is the behavior we don't like, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to follow through. So you're both on the same page with whatever. But, like every situation is different, so it's really difficult.
Yeah.
And the boys were being complete jerks tonight, laughing, and they were fucking around in the shower. And I'm like, you guys are going to get hurt. You're going to crack your skulls. Because you can't fuck around in a shower. You can't be silly in a shower. Dean's trying to grab Leo's ass. And I'm like, Dean, stop. We're not doing that. Dean's dancing. And I'm like, you're going to hit your head on the ledge. And they just kept laughing and being silly. And so I was very like, okay, listen, if you guys can't calm down, as soon as you get out of the shower, you're getting your jammies on and you're going to bed. And I had said that downstairs too, because they were being just silly. And I was like, okay, I said
what's
that.
With these kids always wanting to have fun?
It's so, we've talked about this before.
Why are you always happy and giggly?
And why is laughing so annoying?
Oh, it's so annoying.
The non-stop laughing.
The inappropriately timed, high-pitched laugh is easily the most annoying sound in the world. There's nothing more that makes my skin crawl.
Especially when you're like, guys, please stop throwing rocks at our home. To the windows, to the roof, to the walls.
To the sweat drops down.
My balls. Shout out to Chameleonaire.
Nope.
Shout out to Jay-Z.
Nope.
I know it's not Jay-Z.
It's easy.
Okay. Windows to the wall. To the wall. Lil Wayne.
Nope. Close. Lil Jon.
There we go.
The Yin Yang Twins.
With the Oh.
Shout out to the Yin Yang Twins.
Anyways, it's hard to just go to let them laugh at you while you're like, I am fucking angry right now and you're laughing at me. Because you're four and you have to understand too. Me and Katie were talking about this. Speaking of Katie, we were talking about this. Like, it's so hard to get angry when you don't like assess what is happening. Like, how do you make them stop laughing at you when they're not really laughing at you? They're just being overly silly.
You assess in the sense that they're not doing what you're asking them to do. Yes, they're having fun.
So what do you do?
They're not doing anything wrong in what they're doing, but they're not doing what you're asking them to do.
So is the satisfaction in them crying then?
Is our satisfaction in that?
Yeah, like,
No.
Okay, you're not laughing
Our
anymore.
satisfaction comes when they do what we ask them to do.
Yeah, that never happens.
Never.
No. We were doing something wrong. But we're trying. We're definitely trying. So, back to Linda, because so Linda's our neighbor. She lives right there behind us. And we love her. She is like the sweetest lady. She's older. She was older. She used to always, when we'd go to In-N-Out Burger, we would call her if she wanted a burger, bring her food if she wanted it, or holidays.
We'd have over for dinner every once in a while.
Yeah, like
She'd
twice.
always play with the boys. Like we'd always see her. Like not always play. Like when we'd get the mail, she'd get the mail. We'd always talk.
She'd hear us fucking screaming at each other in the backyard, and then the next day remind us what great parents we are. And then, like, one time she came out and I was completely, like, losing my shit, crying in the front yard, getting away from the kids so they couldn't see me. And she came over and she hugged me and she's like, you're a great mom. And she was just so sweet. And I had called her, I had texted her because I hadn't heard from her. And I was like, hey, we're making pizza and wings. Homemade, do you want me to drop some off? And she didn't answer, which is unlike her. So I called her next morning. There's no answer. I called her son and I was like, hey, I'm just checking on your mom. I'm just a little worried. And he's like, well, now I'm worried too because I haven't talked to her for a while. Mm-hmm. And it turned out she had passed away. And that was really hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and harder than you thought it would have been.
Yeah, because I just felt so bad.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I could have checked on her more and like make sure and you know, she was in her home and it was a whole thing. Like my dad came over because I was too afraid to go in the house, and her son's an anesthesiologist, so he couldn't
he was in surgery when you were trying to figure out what was going on.
And he couldn't just leave a patient, and he could lose, like, you know, that's lawsuits and shit. So I'm trying to do what I can for him, with him, whatever. So yeah, his wife ended up coming over and opening the garage before the paramedics came, and I was like, Dad, I'm not going in there. Like, I can't. My dad, he's seen everything in his life, and he went in and she was there, passed away, and it was just hard. My kids were really sad about it because they like had a relationship with her. Mm-hmm. Every time they went over there, she'd give them candy, so it was hard. So Linda passed away. Then we got COVID.
And while Linda was passing away, I lost my job again. So.
Yeah, so there's that too. So bad news comes in threes. Yeah. So if Mackin's looking for a job.
Good news in some ways.
It's good. It's all good. You know why, buddy? Because I truly believe that God has a plan for our family.
Oh yeah.
And this was not part of it. This is a stepping stone towards whatever it is. Because you're not a piece of shit.
I'd like to think not.
No, you're not. You're a hard worker. You love your family.
All right, enough. Next one.
You love God.
So we went and saw the Savannah Bananas while you were in Austin this weekend.
Yeah.
Savannah Bananas changed my life. It was one of the best live experiences I've ever had. I used to work for an event company. It was easily the best sporting event, not counting like a really important playoff game or something, like a casual game. They did everything to a T. I was so impressed.
I was so sad that I missed it.
Completely underrated experience. It was, we didn't pay for it. Shout out to the Morleys. If you need any grading work done.
Oh, yeah. Represent Morley
Grading, our first official sponsor.
Yes. Morley Grading. He gave us merch. Mm-hmm. I know, that's really cute. But because of them, you took we went away this weekend with my mom. You got to go do that. And all he kept saying was, this is amazing. This is so fun. And Vivian had a crush on one of the guys. Mm-hmm.
She was that was a negative, which I'll speak to in the rankings, but she was in awe of one of the players, and rightfully so, because the dude was fucking shredded, super cute, like flow, mullet, sung all the cute songs. You know what I'm talking about if you know. And she really wanted to meet him, and that was one of the cool things. There was a rain delay in the middle of the game, which somehow made the experience even better. And they were going through the crowd and signing autographs, taking pictures with everyone. The place was sold out. There was probably, I think it holds 13,000 people or something. Mm-hmm. It was oversold. There was probably 15,000 people there taking pictures, and we were looking around for the guy, couldn't find him. Long story short, Viv was very upset that she couldn't find him, but she had an amazing time. Leo danced and cheered and did everything the whole time.
I know.
With the Morley boys. There was music playing throughout. It was a 5-hour experience that was just boom, boom, boom. You were enthralled the entire time.
I know. I'm very sad.
It's like Disney on Ice, but a million times better.
And then I'm in Waco, and it was probably more of a dull moment that I was having. I was like, I really miss you guys. He's like, you would have loved this. I'm like, I'm really sad I'm not there. He's like, you were not being very nice.
I was being honest. I didn't know that you were having it was kind of the dinner
we had a good
working
time
out or something. But I had all the kids, and there was a bunch of kids there. It was
Yeah, but they were all good and had fun.
That's what I was just being honest, explaining what was going on.
You would have loved this. I'm like, okay, I get it.
All the kids were behaving. It was a great experience. We were out late. No one gave a shit. Leo had his first Sprite. It was great.
I still am very upset with you for letting them.
Who cares? He's fine. Trust me, I'm the health nut on that kind of stuff. Just on Sprite and candy and
now.
Yeah. So but I was like, okay, whatever, Leo, drink your Sprite. And it wasn't even Sprite. It was called Starry. Do you ever heard of Starry before?
No. Is it like Mr. Pibb?
No, it's like Sprite. Lemon, lime, caffeine-free soda.
Yeah, but is it like the Mr. Pibb version of
I have no idea. I don't know.
Oh, okay, well.
Look up Starry.
Okay. Was it healthier than regular?
I doubt it. I'm sure it had extra high fructose corn syrup.
But you had a great time.
Yes.
Unbelievable. And we're going next year.
Yes. Season tickets.
So I highly recommend that for your kids. I'm so glad because Makin barely speaks very, very low of Disneyland, but very high of
Disneyland can fuck off compared to the Savannah.
Would it be the same if you weren't in a suite?
I don't know that it would be better because we had a great experience, but I don't think anybody went there and didn't have a great time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sad. And you got all the kids, their merch,
it was great. There was nothing wrong with anything that happened.
Because I didn't have to bring anything home for the kids.
That's true.
On that note, we finally took my mother to Waco. We've been telling her for since her 60th birthday that we were going to take her to Waco because she turned 60 during COVID. And we were like, as soon as everything opens up, we'll take you. Well, it just took forever.
Things opened up 2 years ago, and
We were trying.
Yeah.
And we finally took her, and my mother was so excited. She had the best time. Because it's real. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's very hard to. She's kind of like you in the sense that like getting her a gift is extremely difficult because she either is like, oh, it's so great. Where's the gift receipt?
Very similar to me. Like good gift giver, likes giving good gifts.
Yeah.
But also is very specific with the gifts that she's receiving.
Exactly. So I married my mother in that sense.
Yeah. You are like your dad in a lot of ways too.
I know. Sorry. My mom wanted me to reassure you that you are marrying my father. I'm going to be just like him. But, sorry. I'll try. He's a good guy. He's
It's great.
Just
like you are. It's not a negative connotation. It's just...
Well, you know.
You're thinking about the negative things.
We have our flaws. But we had... Okay, so we flew into Austin and drove to Waco, which it's an hour and a half from Waco, or from Austin, which it was actually kind of cool driving there because there's like so much greenery and there were cows everywhere on the side of the road. It was amazing. And we went directly to the silos. And I have to say, I am so glad we went because that experience was so cool. Chip and Joanna have literally nailed it on the head when it comes to like aesthetics, right?
Shout out to Chip and Joe. Demo day.
Yeah. Which that's another thing. Wait, we'll get there. But I was supposed to share
All
this.
the basic girls are so excited to sitting on the edge of their seats right now.
It was amazing.
The 12 dudes that listen just skip.
It wasn't just me and my mom. It was me, Dominique, my sister-in-law, my mom, and her mom, Nana, Kathy. The four of us went. And I have to tell you this. We rented a car from Turo, Turo, which is like an Airbnb for cars. And as soon as we got in the car, I had no fucking idea what I was doing because it was a Tesla. And I was like, let's get a Tesla because we're on vacation. We're going to be driving. We'll save money on gas. Well, we had a lot of issues with the Tesla. Like, as we were leaving the parking lot, the tire kissed the curb.
I wonder how that happened.
I have no idea. And then we get to the thing where we have to pay for parking. And I put first of all, I don't even know how to fucking work this car. I open the door to pay because I'm too short and I can't reach. And as I'm doing it, the seat's going back. So now my feet are like a foot from the gas pedal. And I'm like, I'm going to roll into the
next car, yeah.
Yes. And then it wouldn't go back to the setting, which it was set to short because it can say like this person's normal short or whatever. And
they gotta come up with a nicer way to say that.
Yeah, but it didn't hurt my feelings. But I opened the door and my feet are like, I had no idea what I was doing. And I was like, we're going to get a Tesla. Dominique has one. We'll be fine. Like, she knows what to do. But I was like, I'm driving because you bitches drive too slow. And I'm not fucking dicking around with like, the speed limit was like 80 there.
Yeah. In Texas, you can drive 100 miles an hour apparently.
So, and then our car as we're driving, it's like literally sounds like an inner tube. Like when your skin hits the rubber, it's like, it was the most embarrassing thing in the world because every time we would turn, people would stare at our car like, we're like, I know, we're sorry. But the car thing was bad. But when we got there, we parked and I'm telling you, it's like Disneyland for
basic bitches.
No, not even. My mom's not a basic bitch, but for people who love like
Queen.
For people who love them.
For people who live, laugh, love. I'm loving this. Keep going. I'm so anti this. So I'm allowed to like.
But it was so like everything. It's like it's all gated off, and it is definitely a one-day thing, or it's not something you plan a whole weekend for.
Yeah.
It's definitely a one-day thing. Like what we did was great, a Saturday and a Sunday, and but food for thought. I did not realize that everything on Sunday is basically closed in Texas, and I was like. Everything that we were going to do Sunday, I didn't even because we live in Vegas and everything's 24/7. So I'm like, what? Like you close at 6 or they're not even open
all the planners are just cringing right now.
Buddy.
That you went to somewhere, had like a loose schedule, no reservations outside of a broken Turo and a hotel, and just we're going to wing it.
Yeah. Because that's what you do when you're on vacation.
Yes.
You just
That's
wing
not
it.
what you do on vacation. No.
That's not what you do, but that's what we wanted to do.
That's what some people do, and some people have, better experiences than others.
But the silos are beautiful. It's everything you think it's going to be. It literally is. Mm-hmm. Her desserts, I wasn't too thrilled with the food there. I got tacos, and they literally looked like what you get at school and tasted like what you get at school. And I waited in line for a long time for them. But neither here nor there. The desserts in the coffee shop were fucking amazing. Like, I'm telling you, I've never had a better coffee. Well, second best coffee.
You're really selling this well.
And the desserts were fucking delicious, and everything was beautiful. Mm-hmm. She had her own staff clean. It was like Disneyland. Her own staff was cleaning up after everyone. It was always clean. Magnolia trees everywhere, which they smell delicious. Mm-hmm. And then my mom wanted to just drive by all the houses that they built. That was fun. With the car that we had to fucking charge
Sick
after.
vacation, bro.
And then we went to Austin and we did a bunch of shit there. It was
fun.
How
was that stuff? Sounds like it went really well, too.
It was fun. Actually, I had Dominique send me some notes so that I didn't forget,
Hopefully there's something good coming. The one appetizer we had was
Nana
good.
got hit on.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Nana.
My mom tripped a few times at the airport and almost peed her pants. Which,
So it was a
that
great
was
trip.
funny. It was great. It was fun. We had a good time. I didn't sleep, but, that's my favorite thing to do, and I didn't get to do it.
Yeah, you like to go on vacation and sleep the whole time.
I do.
When in Rome.
And then we lost 2 hours. Who the fuck knew Texas was 2 hours?
Apparently you.
Is the whole state 2 hours?
Yeah, I think the whole state.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
the whole state.
And the flight was 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I'm like, what the fuck? What are we doing?
We've been to Austin.
So,
we went a few years ago. You act like you've never been to this
2.5
place.
hours to... it seems like it should just be like here to Arizona.
No.
It's ridiculous.
There's a few things in between.
And I was like, we're just going to miss an hour. It'll be fine. No, they're central time zone. Or middle.
Middle time zone.
What is it? Is it central?
Neither.
Mountain.
It's central and mountain. It's in central.
Mountain. Is the M not middle? I'm serious.
You're joking, right?
No, because there's a right time.
The right time zone.
There's a right time zone,
left
left time
and
zone.
middle. Buddy, you need
Are there 4 time zones?
You got to go back to school for some of this shit.
4 time zones.
Jesus.
How about them Savannah Bananas?
They were great. I had much better time.
You know what? I had a good time. We had a great time.
We're having a good time.
I'm going to make her little oatmeal cream pies. Those are the best things I've ever eaten in my life.
Very underrated snack, by the way.
I know. I didn't even know that was one of your favorite foods.
Underrated. Give me all the GMOs.
Another good time was when Katie and Montana did our Real Late and Relatable episode.
That was a good time.
Where it was just the 3 of us, and we had fun. It was funny. We talked about a lot of our personal lives and got kind of perspective from different moms.
Yeah, it was like girls' night, but recorded.
Yeah, and Katie has 5 kids. Montana has 2 girls, and we covered everything from getting them ready and buckling them in the car to scheduling our sex. Which I don't do. I can't schedule shit.
No.
Not even today.
Well, if you knew what time zone it was, maybe you'd be able to schedule things a little
We're
easier.
on the right.
We're on the right time zone.
On the left.
But if you haven't listened to it,
if you're standing in Las Vegas,
for all the real ones who know the real ones, everyone was texting Katie and you and I loved it. You guys were so great. It was so cool to hear different voices. So
yeah, we had fun, and we did get a good response. You're right.
Yeah.
Because it's nice to hear. You know what I really loved? Montana reached out to me after. She's like, Danielle, I was really nervous getting on there and being honest. She goes, well, there's something freeing about just speaking and being honest. I'm like, I know.
I love Montana. That's why I love doing this. Exactly that. There's a sense of freedom. Sounds different.
Release.
There's a sense of release and humility in putting all your shit out there. Because you don't feel like you're holding anything back that could then build into stress or build into something that you're trying to keep from someone or hide certain things. I can honestly say there's nothing that we haven't talked about outside of in our entire lives, outside of 2 or 3 things.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get to those.
Some of them,
I was
yes.
just talking to somebody about this. I'm like, there's a few things that we have never talked about that I feel like would be very...
one we can at some point very soon.
Okay.
One or two I don't think you'll want to talk about. But that's really it.
I don't know what you're referring to, so...
Yeah, exactly. We'll just keep it that way then.
Are you talking about the time I left my tampon in?
No, I think you've talked about that, and if you haven't, then you just did.
Well, that was really gross and very embarrassing, and every time Dominique puts a tampon in, she thinks of me.
Right.
You're welcome, Dominique. And every time I wash my asshole, I think of my sister. How often do you do that? Do you think of Maria when you're cleaning your butthole?
Unfortunately, I don't. I clean it every time, but not...
Every
think
time
of Maria while I'm doing it.
I do. I think of Maria telling me how to shave too. She's like, you don't just shave up. You have to go sideways, down, up, and then the other way because hair grows all different directions. And she's 100% correct. Yeah. And then she told me that when you shave your vagina, you have to tilt. You can't just shave it. You have to, like, if you are like her and you shave everything off, you need to. You can't just do it with your legs open. You have to close your legs and then shave because there's an area that when your legs are closed is hairy, and I didn't know that. You don't know because you don't shave anything.
I'm still trying to figure out the math here.
I could do a demonstration.
Yeah,
would you like one?
Maybe later.
But there's just so much that Maria has taught me that it's usually when I'm getting ready or doing my makeup that I'm like, she's fucking right. Mm-hmm. But why did I say that?
Because of the sense, you brought up Montana and how she said there's a sense of freedom and humility of just putting it all out there, and I completely agree.
Absolutely. And someone just recently asked me, like, why do you do your podcast? And I was like, she goes, like, besides you, like, being with your husband, I go, that's really the whole point. Like, we could never make a penny from this. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would love to.
We hope so.
It would be great to just do this as a job full time, but...
No. I mean, maybe, but...
I would like that.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I would.
I'm not opposed to it.
But there is... I don't... Like, would we like to make money? Yes. But we do this because it truly... we don't see the impact of us just being honest.
I don't know what you mean.
With each other. Like, honestly, buddy.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
This is for us.
No,
think about it.
It's a very large portion of it, yes.
You don't,
absolutely.
but I never thought about it that way. When we look back, our kids, not that our kids want to probably listen to this one day, but if they do, they have a literal timeline of like COVID till now.
Yeah.
Or whenever we stop.
Well, Josh Galindo brought that up when we were on their thing. He's like, he doesn't listen to it, but he's like, it's so cool that you guys talk about fucking everything. Because when your kids go back, they can listen to it, and some weeks they'll be pissed off at you, and some weeks they'll be mad at you, and some weeks like, oh wow, my parents were really going through it right there, but they loved me throughout it, or whatever the scenario was. It's like an audio scrapbook of our life.
Yeah.
And to be able to look back on that, it's a different thing.
But also to talk about what that is a huge aspect of it. But also what Montana was saying about how being honest and like vulnerable and like just being genuine about what we go through, this is good for our marriage.
Sure, absolutely.
And if you like, honestly, if anybody's even like questioning whether or not you want to do a podcast or like you have an idea, just fucking do it. Like, it's going to be so good for you, for your soul, for, I truly believe that this is something great for the two of us, but also the fact that we impact other people's lives.
Sure.
That is a plus. Like, that people listen are like, wow, I feel normal because, my husband did that last week, or, I felt like I was crazy because of this or that. And I'm like, it's so nice that we're relatable and comforting. I don't know. I love doing this. I really do. I look forward to it. Like I've said, I don't really like the whole camera thing, but I'm getting more used to it being there and not giving a fuck what I look like. Mm-hmm. It's good. I
love it. Keep it coming. We got some other things that I want to we'll try doing in the near future too.
Like what?
We'll that's one of the two secrets that we'll keep to ourselves for now.
You did mention the Galindos. Sorry, we have a list over here because
last time we mentioned it, how we were on, it wasn't out yet. Now it's out. Please go listen to it. the YouTube channel and sort of podcast name. I am Josh Galindo. Fuck average, be legendary. We basically just sit down with another couple just like us, but with a lot more money.
Yeah.
And we just talk, and it was really fun.
It was fun, and you know, some people listen to it and are like, "Wow, that was really interesting," like their perspective and yours. So it's entertaining for sure.
Yeah, it was great.
And they're great people. They are great people. They really are. And we had such a good time. We felt so honored to be on their podcast. So thanks again, guys, for having us. And you should all go listen to it. So it's their number 1 listen to episode, please. And it's free.
Oh, yeah, it's free.
You don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, like, they're not cheap like us.
Yeah.
They don't make you pay to listen to some of their stuff.
Hey, you know what? You know, I said if we never made money, but we are making some money. So we appreciate the people
be humble with that.
People who subscribe to our Relate and Relatable. It really does make a difference. So thank you, especially while Makin is employed.
Yeah, keep it coming. Yeah, everyone should subscribe.
Yeah, $5. It's the best $5 you ever spend. And if not, you know,
it's better than that one coffee that you ordered that wasn't the way it was supposed to be. It's better than that.
At least you laugh, or you can say like that was not.
It's not as good as that one Dutch Bros coffee that was the best coffee you've ever had, or that one coffee that you had at fucking the Silos. Not as good as that.
Those were buddy. On Mother's Day, when you brought me a Dutch Brothers. So I hadn't had Dutch Brothers since COVID because Dutch Brothers was, I don't know why, because it gave us something to do.
Yeah, there wasn't one near us, so we would
drive and sit in the drive-thru.
We'll go drive around for an hour to keep the kids
what we did.
Locked in one place, so we'd go to Dutch Brothers.
And I told him for Mother's Day, I just want coffee and I wanted donuts, which apparently was too hard for Makin.
Okay, keep going, and then I'll have my turn.
No, I'm not. It was conveyed to me that I was unrealistic with my expectation for Mother's Day to want a coffee and donuts from Saint Henri, which are my favorite donuts. It's very unreal, and to sleep in. Those are all unreal, and to go to church. Those are all unrealistic things to all happen in the morning.
At face value, it sounds very simple and straightforward, but in reality, you wanted to be able to sleep in. Till what time, roughly? 8:39 sound good? Okay. You also wanted to go to the 10:15 church service. Okay. So that we have an hour in between that because we got to be out the door by 10 to be there by 10:15. Okay. You wanted a Dutch Bros, which the line, especially the line on non-Mother's Day, is 25 minutes. The line when you walk up, 15 to 20 minutes. Okay. You also wanted Saint Henri donuts on Mother's Day. There was a waiting list the week before that to be able to register and purchase them for Mother's Day. I tried that, couldn't get it. The site kept crashing. Okay, so then my alternative was, swear to God, it was crashing on like Monday or Tuesday of going into it. Next, and we also have a plug there, and I used the plug there for your birthday, so I didn't want to use the plug again on Mother's Day. Okay. So I'm working all the angles here, okay?
And then he decides to tell me this the day before Mother's Day.
No. 2 days before, because then the day before I go. So I know you wanted Saint Henri. I'm not going to be able to get them. I don't think I'm going to be able to get them in the morning on Mother's Day. Can we please? I need to take the car because I want to go get them this afternoon, Saturday afternoon, the day before. I went. They were already sold out.
Yeah.
Because then at that point there's like a level of freshness. You can't get it 3 days before. You can't get it 2 days before. It sounds like a simple request, but the things you wanted all happened to be within the same 2-hour period. You wanted a coffee, donuts, to sleep in, and to go to church, all within like a 45-minute swing.
I mean, that sounds...
I don't know. I was on middle time zone. I was fine.
I was on the middle time zone.
Jesus.
But you pulled through. I didn't get my donut. I still haven't gotten my donuts.
I got the coffee. I didn't get those donuts. I got other donuts. That was the one thing I did not succeed in.
That's
Still
okay.
got to
I wasn't
sleep
mad,
in
though.
and went to church.
But I was not
mad. I
mad.
got 3.5 out of 4.
And then we went to brunch, and then we had the kids at my mom's to swim, which was wonderful.
Yeah, it was a good Mother's Day. I mean,
it was a good Mother's Day.
Last year was a great Mother's Day.
Michael Bublé.
This year was a C.
Michael Bublé.
Yeah. I wasn't going to top that this year, nor did I try.
I was hoping you were going to try.
The only way, what could I have done? Fucking paid someone to wait in line and throwing them $100 to get your donuts?
I don't know. Who was performing on Mother's Day?
I didn't look.
Concerts.
I was not having it this year.
Well, that was but it was perfect. I had a good time.
Yeah, it was good.
I really did. No, I really did. I
know you
enjoyed
did.
it all.
You were very grateful.
I was very grateful. I felt special.
Got you a nice pair of shoes because you think that wearing like thick ass, heavy brick Air Force Ones everywhere, walking, working out,
Yeah, I
on
didn't
vacation.
even know.
My back's always hurting. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Why am I so tired and why is my back hurting? Like, well, maybe you should take those bricks off your feet when you work out.
I look at them as like weights.
Weights that fuck up your back.
Mm-hmm. But and then my shoes came before our trip, so it was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I wore them around, and I was like, I cannot believe I've been wearing such like inconvenient shoes. You're like, all my shoes
Everyone
feel like
who's listening
wonderful.
who owns a pair of sneakers is like, yeah, I get it.
But I never wore sneakers till I met you, really. I wore like Chucks and Vans.
You know what's funny that you say that? I remember it was when you first met me. You took a selfie of you running, wearing like long ear pods.
I wasn't running.
You had like a headband, kind of like
I know exactly
a
what you're
half
talking about.
emo haircut kind of thing.
Yeah, it was adorable.
Very cute for the time.
I had a shirt from Urban Outfitters. It was a tank top.
Yeah.
And I had Chucks on.
And Chucks. And you probably ran like 3 houses down and 3 back.
I don't think I even ran at all. I think I just walked
Just
and
for the
took a
picture?
picture. Yeah. And went back to my house.
But yeah, you thought like Chucks, like you think you're like James Naismith.
Dad, I'm
Wilt
Dad,
Chamberlain over
I didn't
here
mean to call
wearing
you-
like Chucks to do an activity.
Who?
Wilt Chamberlain, like like a 1950s, 60s basketball player
Yeah,
wearing
it
Chucks.
looked cute.
Yeah, but you're 2023 still wearing terrible footwear to work out.
Hey, I sold you on it.
On what?
You ended up marrying me.
I love you, but that wasn't the picture that made me marry you.
This
If
might
anything,
have
it was
been.
like, this lady needs some work. She's working out in Chucks.
I wasn't working. I was walking. But
You
was
sent
gonna
it.
say
You're like,
my dad-
on a workout or on a jog.
did I?
Something. I'm sure you did.
Whatever. But I come from a family that doesn't really like.
Yeah.
My mom worked out, but she just wore whatever shoes were cute. My dad, his workout was on stage, so I knew nothing about that. I'll never forget, I've said this before, like when I went on vacation with one of our friends and she brought running shoes, I'm like, why the fuck do you have running shoes on vacation? She's like, because we're going to go running in the morning. I'm like, what? No, we're going to bed.
What's
We're
with an
sleeping.
H before the W?
What? I didn't realize that physical activity was a requirement on a vacation. I'm like, vacation's for eating, drinking, sleeping, and fucking.
I'm down with those things.
Didn't you just send me something in Sedona that they're building?
Oh, that's a good one. That's the
Yeah, but
next
I
one.
didn't see any massages in there.
I'm sure it's Sedona. I'm sure it's a whole wellness place. Yeah, there's definitely massages.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I was very excited that you sent that to
It
me.
was
I'm
the
like, are we
first. It's
going?
the first. Like what do they call it? Landscape hotel.
Yep.
Where each basically hotel room is a different unit that's disconnected from the other units.
Yeah. It's cool. It was cool. I'm all about that.
I didn't look at the prices yet, so don't.
I'm
be
all
bummed
about
out.
sleeping, cozy, warm, cold plunge. I'll do that. I'd like a cold plunge on it. And massages. Just love all that stuff.
And I'm about like,
Hiking.
let's do some shit.
Yeah,
Let's go
let's-
places. Let's eat places.
This is nice,
Let's go
but
to things. Yeah.
yeah, I know. This is nice, but let's
Let's keep it moving.
we got to get ready for dinner.
Yeah, we gotta shower and be there downstairs by 4:45.
Yeah, but but it's so funny how we still figure shit out. But you know what? When we bring our kids places, they add
They
a
adapt
wedge
to
into
my
everything.
schedule.
Yeah, we fuck up your schedule, I fuck up your schedule, so. There's a beauty in being spontaneous, and there's a beauty in
Absolutely.
in knowing time zones, and this is why God put us together.
Amen.
Because where I am weak, you are strong. Where you're strong, where you're
Where I'm weak,
weak,
you're
I'm
strong.
strong.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking pair of pliers. Give me a fucking lawnmower. I will cut the lawn. Give me a blower and a weed whacker. I will do all of those things.
I know how to mow a lawn. That's one of the things I did.
Okay, but yes.
I don't do, but I know how to.
No, I know you know how, but like, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes, I know what you're saying. Twinkle. Aaron edited a little twinkle there.
Like a bing. You have ratings on there, but I thought it said rankings.
Ratings quickly, just so we don't forget. If you haven't liked us on Spotify, go give us 5 stars. Now we're into our rankings. lots and lots to discuss. I can condense them down, though, significantly because there was so much to talk about.
I know that week off really threw us off.
Really?
But what was cool is the Galindos dropped our podcast in between, so it wasn't like we had a week off. It was like, that was rough.
And I kind of jinxed it in our last regular episode like this. I was like, I'm so proud of you. We haven't missed an episode all year. Then
you're consistent.
And then 3 days later, Dean got sick with COVID.
Well, Dean got sick, and so did I. I was sick too.
So shit happens. So we're back.
Yeah.
We persevered.
Do we take...
Aaron's here. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah, he's having a good time. We're done saying that now.
All right, so
Boobs are itchy.
Who over the last 3 weeks, who would you say is number 4? Let's flip this around.
Buddy, I don't even fucking know.
Give an idea. Who's been the hardest?
Like emotionally?
Yeah, whatever, Lee.
Vivian.
Really? Yeah.
Okay, wait. If it's not Vivian, Leo.
Yeah.
Dom and Dean have been good to me, but
So.
I don't rank our children, so.
Yeah, you don't.
If I were to say who was like driving me fucking crazy majority of the time, it was Vivian.
Yeah. Viv's, so the way I had it was Viv.
Don't give the order.
All right, so number 4 is Leo.
Oh.
His big good thing was how much he enjoyed.
Uncle Rick's gonna be sad about that.
He's always sad.
Richard Zachary Sheekus.
I'm hustling Rick right now. So I'll peel back the curtain a little bit. Here is so Katie and Montana went on. Now CJ, Katie's husband's hustling. He's like, when do I get to go on the podcast now? When do I get to fucking talk and give my side of things?
You got to do a guy one.
Yeah, and another thing, and I'm working on something with Brandon also, but CJ and Brandon, while they love each other, no one can get an award. And if it was me and those two, no one would get
No, you'd have to do two separate ones.
They would have to be separate.
Yeah.
So, but CJ's hustling me because CJ, Rick, and I all know each other very well.
Yeah.
And CJ and Rick could not be more opposites of people.
Complete fucking polar
in every possible way.
opposites.
But they also love each other and get along very well.
They do.
While hating each other at the same, not hating.
But Rick lives in Seattle.
So, but
do you have his address? We can put that on here too.
No, I won't do that to him. His skin's crawling just thinking about it right now.
Okay.
But Rick CJ without me knowing, he's like, why don't you do it with me, Rick? And Rick said, no, but I'm pushing Rick now. I was like, Rick, let me send you a mic. We'll figure out how to record it and we'll do it.
No.
He's like,
Make
if you
Rick
really
fly
want
out.
me to, I'll do it.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I was like, Rick, you've been to Vegas once in 5 years. Like, you need to fucking come back.
I would pay ourselves to listen to that episode.
I know. It would be so fucking
I would pay $5 to subscribe just to listen
that
to
one
that
we would
episode.
probably have to make free just for the sake of it, but
Yeah.
it's so funny. It would be so funny.
I would, buddy. Rick, you have to do it. Ashley, make him do it.
Oh, we're pressuring him now. Now that it's out there, he's gonna feel the pressure.
We'll just ask every episode until he does.
Sure. I like
Drive
that.
him crazy. And if you don't, we're going to tell everybody your address.
He's like, what do I have? I have nothing to gain from this. I don't want to be I don't want anyone to know who I am. I don't want anyone
bad.
to know what I think.
It's
He's
gotten
like,
to a
this
point.
is a lose-lose situation. I'm like, yeah, you're right, Rick. But it's good for me and CJ.
But it's gotten to a point where even Rick has influence on our kids. Like today, Leo was in trouble, and he's like, Mommy, if I'm bad, is Uncle Rick still going to send me some presents? I'm like, Uncle Rick will always send you presents, even if you're bad. He's like, oh, okay. Like he has
You gotta
like
tell
he
him
thinks
he's not
Rick is
going
Santa
to.
Claus.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so number 4 is Rick's godson, Leo. So many things. The good thing is he had the best time at the Bananas game, and it was so nice to see him just in his element, going nuts, screaming in an appropriate place, like
Screaming in an appropriate place.
yeah, like it was just he had a ball. But other things that it was not cool. He was in a tractor mode that day, like he is most days, scooping up the rocks in the backyard, but then dumping them in the grass. The little pebbles, not easy to get out. That was the whole process.
Like literally scooping mounds. I don't know what the fuck we were doing, cooking dinner.
Yeah.
And he was scooping mounds of rocks and tossing them in the grass. Mm-hmm. And it was like the blowers and mowers are never going to come here because you're going to ruin their equipment with your grass.
And the last
with your,
thing, the
crops.
last person that Leo wants to like have on his bad side outside of Rick is Eustacio. So if the blowers and mowers are mad at Leo, like just ruin his life now.
Yeah.
They went to a kid's birthday party from one of the kids in their class. They went to Build-A-Bear.
Yeah.
And he didn't really understand the whole Build-A-Bear concept, so he ended up naming his Build-A-Bear workshop. Not the brightest bulb of the Mackins, but
Yeah, because it's called Build-A-Bear Workshop. So he's like,
I'm gonna name him Workshop.
What did Dean name his?
I don't know. I didn't write it down.
Leonardo.
Normal name.
Yeah.
Normal random kid name.
Even when Leo said that, Dean's like, oh, here we go. He's so fucking dumb.
Workshop. Okay, bro.
You're fucking dumb, Leo. Like, you could just see it. He's so mean.
Yep.
Mean Dean.
Dean, I think we mentioned this on the last time of him winning student of the month or leader of the month.
Yeah, that was like a month ago.
Yeah, okay, but because he got like a gift, you also felt bad and got Leo a gift, and this didn't happen until after the fact. So you went and bought Leo a dinosaur toy set at Target, or a dinosaur toy, the like fucking Reptar, whatever. He broke it and then didn't like it within the hour. Mm-hmm. You said okay, Leo, we're gonna go return it, and then I'll go take you to get the opposite thing that he really wanted from, because he liked what Dean got, right? Mm-hmm. You didn't return it. You went to CVS, where toys are super cheap.
Convenient.
But yeah, and convenient.
They aren't
Bought
cheap.
him another toy, and then brought it back. He didn't like that, and then didn't return either of them.
Oh, I didn't?
No. And I'm mad at you for this.
Where did you put that toy?
Who knows? They're probably broken and in some bucket now.
What'd you do with the Triceratops?
It's somewhere. I didn't touch it.
Buddy, it was sitting right here the whole time. What'd you do with it?
Nope, never touched it.
You threw it away.
No,
you threw it away.
No, I didn't throw it
Yeah,
away.
you did.
I was hoping that you would return it, and then I went to go look.
I'd be happy to return it.
To put it in your return pile, like, hey, it's Wednesday.
But
you have 3 returns to do.
It was sitting here with the box.
No idea. It's gone.
Well, that's your fault, because it was there.
No, not my fault. And then you bought him that Hot Wheels thing with the ice cream thing, and then he was like, he didn't want that, wanted to return that one also. So then you gave him a guilt gift, didn't return either gift, and he was ungrateful for both, and it was just a lose-lose situation for everybody.
Well, I'm sorry.
That on top of him just being
Again, telling me what a great parent I am.
Completely obsessive over any and everything every hour is unbelievable. Katie made me realize this. I think she said like a few weeks ago. He is that way now because of what happened when he was in the hospital with RSV, and everybody was giving him shit. And he was like, "Oh, I'm obsessed with this toy. I got this new Spider-Man. I have this coloring book. This is my favorite." He will, and I'm not being exaggerative here. He will change his favorite toy, which also translates into what is the background on his iPad. What the coloring pages are on what he wants to color,
the colors he chooses for things. A tractor's green, I can have a green marker or green thing.
And the theme for his birthday party
changes.
All 4 or 5 of those things changes multiple times.
A car lifter.
2-3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday or 2 days ago, he wanted to have a whole theme and lifestyle around a mechanic's car lift.
And then today's what's the time thing?
Hourglass.
Today was an hourglass.
And I'm like, Leo, you can like multiple things. Just because you saw a video or liked a particular toy doesn't mean your whole life has to revolve around it. And it's really becoming obsessive in a way. We should really think about this, but it's nuts.
What, like OCD like you?
No, this is way beyond me needing to pick up all the shit before I can settle down.
I don't know.
No. So that's enough for bashing on Leo. Viv is number 3.
But he's the most loving, sweetest boy in the whole world.
Yes.
How about when he has these night terrors, and then he had a night terror, and I walk in his room, and he's standing up on his bed, shaking his fist, and I lay in his bed, I'm holding him, rubbing him, like doing all the things I know how to do, and then I ended up taking him in our bed, and we're laying there, and he finally woke up and came out of the night terror, and he looks at me and Makin and goes, "Mommy, when I grow up, can I be a police officer?" And I said, "Yes, absolutely." And then he was like, and went to sleep.
Thanks.
Thanks. But
yeah.
he's
of course, he's
and
great.
We both looked at each other like,
what the fuck?
No. He's so beautiful
and
loving.
Yep.
Okay, so who's number 3?
Viv is 3. You were at the live a couple weeks ago. I was doing dishes, and Viv decided to, for some reason, we had this big bucket of chalk. She thought it'd be a good idea to use like one of the boys' toy hammers to like break up all of the chalk. Did you see this? The repercussions of this? Big bucket of chalk, thick chalk pieces. She was hammering them all out, and it was all just dust.
It'll blow
You
away.
don't see any. Oh my god.
Where you wet it and
I
then
can't
you
do
paint
this
with
anymore.
it.
Paint with it? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
It was like.
Buddy, she's being creative.
Get out of here. This is crazy.
Do you think she did that going, oh, I'm really going to piss Daddy off and make a bunch of chalk dust?
But it definitely was not thought out at all. Because now how are they going to color with chalk?
Oh, this sounds like a similar theme.
Gee, buddy.
You did not think out that consequence
No.
for our children.
Help me out here, people. Lost my spot. It was the 7th book fair of the year. She bought a $10 pencil. One $10 pencil.
It's Vivian. Doesn't shock me, buddy. Nothing anymore shocks me with her.
So and then there's 2 things here that they're bigger things. One you can speak to very quickly is her underwear choice.
It's a big story.
Yep, and then
It's a quick story.
This is a short one, but be quick. There's a bigger one following it, so give yourself some space.
So we're at my mom's swimming for Mother's Day, and I go in the laundry room to pick up the clothes and bring them back out because after they're done swimming, they can put them back on. And I look in Vivian's shorts and I see hot pink lace, and I'm like, how does she have hot pink lace? So I pull them out. It's my hot pink lace thong that she decided to wear to church and to my mom's house for swimming. And I was fucking mortified because I'm like, what the fuck is she doing? Because, like, you know, I'm thinking of my sister where she's going to go from hot pink thong to, like, crotchless to, like, butterfly string shit, you know, like the barely sorry, I itched my nose. That was gross. Barely covering. Like, this is just a catalyst for the rest of her life.
Next thing you know, you have a sex swing in your living room.
Yeah, or asking it for Christmas from your sister. So I go get her, and I'm like, I go, Vivian, are you wearing mom like these underwear? She goes, yeah. I didn't have any underwear, so I just went in your room. I'm like, and this is what you chose? She goes, yeah, they were pretty. I'm like, Viv, you cannot wear mommy's underwear. Like, you don't share underwear. She's like, why? Did you get your period in them? I was like, yes. 100%
That's
got
what
my
her
period.
response was?
Yeah. Did you get your period in them? Yes, 100%. I got my period in them. Do not wear my underwear ever fucking again, please. I was like, weren't they, the next day I was like, weren't those uncomfortable? She goes, yeah, a little, but.
They were fine.
Like, didn't you feel the fabric going up your ass? She goes, yeah.
Viv.
She goes, why? I just didn't have any underwear.
Yep.
Out
that's
of
Viv.
all the underwear in my drawer.
Her other poor, not clothing, but this is a footwear choice. Another poor footwear choice, like her mother. She wanted to wear flip flops to school. Well, no, she didn't want to wear.
No,
she had to wear flip flops to school because.
So she slept at my mom's, and I told her, you can't sleep there because you're too picky about the clothes that you wear the next day. I was like, so you're not sleeping. Mommy, please. No, please. I don't care. You can just pick out whatever you want and it'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'm like, okay, Vivian. So she calls me, she FaceTime me, tells me everything to get, right? As she's telling me, I'm putting in the bag because Maria Jr. will have a panic attack or a meltdown if things aren't exactly the way she was hoping they would be. Mm-hmm. So I get to my mom's and I walk in. I'm like, oh my God, I see her slides on the ground. And I'm like, I didn't bring her sneakers. And I walk in, I go, Viv, I don't have your sneakers, but I brought socks. So you're just going to have to wear your slides to school. What? I can't wear those to school. And then she just starts crying. And she goes, why? Why would I ask you to bring socks for me if I already had shoes here? I'm like, because you didn't ask me for shoes. Like, she's just not being nice. Like, being aggressively, like, scream crying.
And the reasonable answer to this, which you didn't give, is she has shoes that your mom sells all the time.
Well,
so
yeah,
it's a
I just
reasonable.
assumed.
But to answer that, like, I'm hearing Maria in my head because Maria's like, well, yeah, why would you do that?
Yeah, why wouldn't you just
she said
bring her
socks. Of course, you should have needed.
Yeah,
she needed
my
shoes.
sister.
No, Viv has 3 pairs of shoes at your mom's house right now.
Consistently, like always. So she is not calming down. She is very upset. We're coaching her through, like, she has to go to school now. She goes, and we're like, baby, you're gonna be fine. I know you feel uncomfortable in these shoes. She goes, well, you're gonna have to bring me shoes. I'm like, no, I'm not bringing you shoes. Maybe I will when I pick up the boys, but you are gonna be fine. They're just shoes. Like, panic attack. Like, I'm like, okay, I will bring you shoes when I pick up the boys. No problem. I'll bring them. 9:25, I get a call from school, the nurse. Hi,
Liv's here again.
Vivian's here, and she says she's gonna throw up. So I'm like, why? I'm like, I'm pissed at the nurse now because she's like, Viv's gonna throw up. I'm like, she's like, well, she has a fever, like 99.5. I'm like, that's not a fever. So she's not, no, she doesn't. You read that wrong because she doesn't have a fever. And she's like, well, she said she's gonna throw up. So I was like, and then I go like, put her on the phone. She gets on the phone. Mommy, I just can't. I'm going to throw up. I feel it. It's there. I'm like, Vivian, are you nervous? Are you upset? I feel like you're just, no, I'm totally, it's at the top. So I know I'm going to throw up because it's at the top and I'm going to puke. And I just come and get me. So I'm like, fine. I'll come. I go, Vivian, do you think your tummy will feel better if I bring you shoes? She's like, no. So we get to school and I'm like, you're coming with me because I am not doing this because I know the nurse is going to look at me like, here she comes, she's a bitch.
And you're going to take her home and like let her come home from school.
The nurse is actually wonderful. I really love her. But I know she's like probably has thought like,
no, we get in there and I'm like, okay, I handle the situation.
Yeah, because I'm not going to.
And while I'm handling it, the nurse also tells you, well, it actually wasn't 99, it was 97.5.
Yeah, she was fine.
I needed to say something to get you here.
Yeah.
But I finally talked Viv off the ledge, and she's like, yeah, I know. But what we realized is that she had a sub that day. In addition to not having her optimal choice of footwear, there was a sub there that she didn't know. And she, for some reason, feels entitled to have her teacher of choice, whether she's going to someone else's classroom for a particular subject or a visiting for sometimes teachers.
If she doesn't like the teacher that she has to go to, she gets on her watch like, Mommy, if I'm going to Mrs. Blah Blah Blah's class, I need you to come pick me up. I'm like, Vivian, this is not how life works. You can't pick and choose
and when
you want to go to school because you don't like your professor.
Yeah, and when
teacher.
you answer her back with that, she's like, okay, plan B, I'm sick, I need to go to the nurse's
my stomach
office.
hurts. Because she loves her teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Her teacher is...
She's obsessed with her teacher.
And rightfully so because her teacher's
Great.
fucking amazing. I love her so much. She is just perfect for Vivian. She gets Viv. She understands.
She's like God in teacher form.
She's God in teacher. She's amazing. I love her so much. So when she's not there...
Yeah. Which is our fault for not teaching Viv well enough to like handle these types of situations.
Well, we
she
did.
thinks that she's entitled to do whatever fuck she wants.
We did. We were like, you're not coming home. You're staying at school.
Yeah, at that time we finally did because I had to be like the tough guy. Like, Viv, you're fine. Have a pretzel. Go back to class.
Yes.
Jesus. So that's enough. We're really banging on the kids today. Number 2.
It's facts.
Yes. Number 2 is Dom. Decent things, annoying things too. While you were out of town, he was great, really helpful with the boys.
Really?
Yep.
He didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
I asked him too if he would be.
Because you gave him the whole speech ahead of time. You gave Viv the same speech. He really listened. He heard it. He was not like riling the boys up at the inappropriate times. He listened. Granted, I also kept them very busy because that's whenever you're gone or when I have to take over, I do a bunch of shit with them to keep them out and to keep them busy. That's how I function well with them. So we did Golden Knights practices, the game, church, swimming, activities throughout.
I know. Katie was like, Danielle, Makin is doing such a great job. I'm like, I know. He's a great dad.
I try to be, but my way of doing that is I just keep them busy.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And yeah.
Especially if Leo's busy.
So overall, lately, he's been better. But annoying things that was like, we went to that Mexican place, what's it called? Eddie's? He was so annoying there. So annoying, complaining about the food choices whenever.
Yeah.
But the thing that really threw me over the edge is at the end of it, he goes, wow, Dad. When he finally was in a good mood, he's like, Mexican places have the best chips and salsa. And I'm just like...
That's his thing though lately. He's
Dom.
been feeling entitled to what we eat for dinner.
Yes, but I was just like more frustrated that like, of course, Mexican places have the best chips and salsa.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
You don't get the best chips.
Look at who his mom is.
I guess I thought he would have figured that out. You don't go to China a go and walk home with good chips and salsa.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, street dumb, book smart.
The other annoying thing is he's quitting basketball apparently. My thought going into the summer is and even in general, is to always keep them in 1 to 2 sports at a minimum and always in like a bunch of shit, right? That's a general theme of myself, right?
Yeah, but we only do it with one kid.
Well, the boys aren't old enough, and it has been that way with Viv, and we've been fighting it for a long time. So yeah, I mean that it's my general parenting style is to give them to other people to parent, coaches. And we had that reaffirmed by his teachers. Like, yeah, you got it. He's the type of kid that you need to keep in sports. He needs to have one sport for every season.
Yeah.
Keep his ass busy, and he will be the best kid ever.
Yeah, and he said that in general. Kids in middle school, they need to be busy in middle school.
But especially for kids like Dom.
Yeah.
So I was like, because he had been fighting me, he doesn't want to do summer basketball, he's done. Which is definitely, I'm biased, and it was hurting me because he's great. Basketball is my thing.
I know.
And I'm like, Dom, this is a big decision now. So yes, I know you just don't want to for the stupid reasons that you're listing that were not valid at any point. But he felt like they were. He's just like, I don't like my coach. Like, Dom, you're not going to have the same coach. I don't like the teammates. And you're not going to have the same teammates.
Just no good reasons.
Yeah, they were just bullshit reasons, which if you just said, like, I don't like it anymore, it's not fun for me, I'd rather do something else.
Which I don't think he had the ability to say that.
Maybe that's what he was saying.
Coming up with reasons.
Yeah, maybe that's what he felt, but he wasn't saying it. Instead, he was coming up with bullshit excuses that I was not buying.
Because you wanted a good reason why.
Yeah, of course. If you told me,
but he couldn't give you a good enough reason, just like nobody can buy you a good enough gift.
Right, but if he would have said to me, Dad, I know you like basketball. Not he doesn't even have to say that. It's just not fun for me anymore. I want to play soccer, or I want to do coloring.
Yeah,
whatever. I would have been like, whatever it was. I would have taken that. But he was making up excuses.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, if you're not doing that, you need to be in something else. So you had the really terrible of idea of making sure that I'm taking him and now potentially a bunch of other kids and hosting a little mini league for roller hockey.
Because one of your things was your dreams was to like coach your son. And I was like, this is a great opportunity during the summer to do like a pickup roller hockey league where you can like have his friends and kids and like they pay like $25 a day that they go and they get a jersey and you know, I don't know. I just thought it would be fun.
Great idea. A lot of work. What I wanted to do was, okay, well, if you're not playing basketball, you need to come play roller hockey with me across the street twice a week, early in the morning or at night when the boys are sleeping.
Yeah.
And then that transition to like, well, can I bring some friends? I'm like, yeah, of course. Bring whoever you want can come play. And then it was like, well, can we have a team? I'm like,
yes.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't really know. Like sometimes some people aren't going to show up, and then
Mac like, I don't want to be liable for. I'm like, well, we'll just find somebody to write us up a liability
form. ChatGPT a waiver, and then we get sued next year.
Well, or you just, I don't know, whatever. I just thought it was a way to live out your dream.
Yeah, it's a great idea, but a terrible idea at the same time.
All right, well, so he's number 2 because he didn't,
and he's also bullshit. Really giving us a lot of shit.
You really
and
spent a lot of time with
summer
school.
Kids.
He is horrible about summer school.
So we put our kids in, like CCSD does the summer
Extended
acceleration or whatever it's called, and where you basically go to like kind of like 75% of school for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, but it's like fun.
Yeah, it's like fun. You do some review shit.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to do it.
Projects, and he's been like bitching and moaning for the last month.
He doesn't
I
stop.
don't want to do it. It's summer. I'm like, Dom, get the fuck out of my house.
Like, you are so
You're
bored.
Going.
You're going to be so bored.
Yes, I'm so bored. You have nothing to do.
Especially home with your brothers. Like, you're going to be bored.
And we took YouTube away from all the kids.
Yeah, we decided that.
So I'm like, Dom, you can't just be inside on Netflix all day. You're going to summer school.
Yeah. You know what? They honestly took the YouTube thing very well. We're like, guys, we don't know what you're going to see.
That was one of the positive things I had. We've been talking about it for a while. They were off shorts for a while. Now they're done, and it's
shorts.
I definitely recommend it.
But here's the thing: I think if I were to go back in time, I would have never allowed my parents to give them phones.
Absolutely.
I should have just said no. Like, sorry, I don't care if your best friend, your cousin, your fucking whoever gets one. You don't get one.
I think we still would have given in at some point though, like because we were at school yesterday for the last day of school. Viv's in third grade. 20 kids in the classroom, 17 of them had phones.
Yeah, but even so,
and it was the last day of school, so they were all walking around with their phones. I'm like,
I like the watch that we can get a hold of them and we know where they are. I like that.
That I completely agree with.
But I mean, I just feel like we opened that can of worms too early.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And and with YouTube now, you never know what you're gonna get. Like ads.
Today, Leo was watching
kids too.
A 4 to 6 level kids YouTube video, and it was some dad with his kid in the car, and there was dogs in the car, and he's like, and they were talking, "Oh, it smells like 420 in here." Not the most appropriate thing, not the most inappropriate thing.
But they also don't know what they're seeing. Yeah. Whereas, like I said, when I was little watching fucking Roadhouse and Dirty Dancing, but the shit goes over your head. But
I'm not saying Leo's scarred from hearing 420. I'm just saying, like, my point for that is that exactly shit slips through the YouTube algorithm cracks where they're gonna see and or hear shit that they're not supposed to.
Yeah, and so what we decided to do is, if you want to watch something, you have to watch it on TVs where we can hear and see, and it's not too much. Like, they have to compromise. Like, Leo picks something, then Dean picks something. So it's like, you know, we're not fully taking it away, but it's more so we can hear it. I mean, we might be shitty parents, but we don't fucking care because this is what works for us.
Yep.
Okay, number one.
Number one is Dean. I could almost cry thinking
shocking.
about it. I'll again patting myself here. I put so much work into Dean lately.
I know.
Because he is not about me lately. And I've been hustling him and being extra cute with him, holding him, making jokes with him.
Yeah, because Dean doesn't really prefer Makin.
Not by any means. He still doesn't.
He prefers me.
But at least now he accepts me. He's like, okay,
okay, you can be my dad.
And especially while you were gone, he was all about it. Like, he sat on my lap the entire game.
I know, you have the cutest picture of you.
If I got up, Daddy, where are you going? Oh, I'm just getting Viv a second cheeseburger. Okay.
And he went with you.
Yep, go with me. Some of that's probably he was a little nervous without you being there, and he didn't want to just be him and CJ.
But you're his dad.
Yeah, no, he was all about it, and he'll laugh with me a little bit more and play with me and
kiss you on the mouth.
Finally.
That's sweet. I see it. I'm glad you got that with him.
Yeah, so I have a couple of annoying things. I'll just leave him out because.
Why? Say it.
No, I don't want to. He's a good week. He's number one this week.
Was he bad?
No, just like annoying, like not bad. So
okay.
The example was, I forget, you were somewhere for dinner. I was making dinner. They were outside playing with the boys, or he was outside playing with Leo, and I was cooking. And he starts fake screaming, but it was kind of real sounding. He's like, Daddy, 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 I need you, I need you, I need you. And then he comes out. I come running. I'm like, Dean, what's wrong? He's like, I'm just kidding. I'm like, yeah, Dean, I'm fucking doing something right now. And he did. It was a serious-ish enough sound that like made me a little nervous, and he was just fucking with me.
He's starting to do that where he's like, I was just joking, I was just kidding.
Tricky.
He's very
just
smart.
tricking you.
He's very smart.
He's definitely the smartest kid.
You know those little bracelets with the teeny rubber bands where you have to like put them on the pencil and like pull them up, and like he makes them all by himself now.
Yeah, those Legos.
He's
He knows all. Like, he's way smarter.
Yeah, it's great. It's wonderful. It's wonderful, and whatever. I'm just impressed with his ability to sit still and focus on one thing like for an extended amount of time. And the fact that he could start working on it, leave it there, go do something, come back and continue working on it. I love that. I think it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Dean if he was ever going to be number one, it was definitely this week.
But I did tell my mom that we need to go away together, the two of us.
You think she'll buy now because we finally took her to Waco?
Yes, I thought I heard someone, but I think it was this. It was the stool.
Foot?
It was the stool.
Your footstool?
Yeah. All right, we got quiet. Well, I'm glad we finally did this.
At least the air conditioning didn't go on this episode like last time.
I made sure the house was nice and cold before
Aaron got here. It was like we had a special guest last time.
I didn't even hear that. The fucking crickets that are fucking ever. I can hear the fucking cricket. Jiminy is out there. I can hear him up in our bedroom, and he's right here on the patio. I bet. Can you hear that?
You probably hear it on the audio.
Anyways, that was totally annoying. But until our next Real Late and Relatable episode, we are so excited that you guys joined us again for another episode.
We're back.
We're back.
And thank you for listening.